Google Trends is stating this question that is trending. Are we going into recession? So if you're somebody that not only wants to survive, but thrive, no matter what happens in the world, you definitely want to listen to this podcast. Today, I'm going to break on down the concept of transformation versus information and how to really soar during any transition in the world. And did you know that the worldwide personal development industry is expected to reach 67 billion by 2030? So if you're wondering, how do you become a part of this movement? You definitely want to listen to this podcast. Welcome to the Dr. Erin podcast. This is a top spiritual psychology coach podcast to inspire and teach you how to transform your trauma, birth your soul's purpose, and manifest your dreams. Hi, I'm Dr. Erin, Doctor of Divinity. I'm committed to bringing you the best coaching tips, spiritual advice, trauma healing, and metaphysical recovery secrets. I'm here to help you monetize your spiritual gifts and love your life. I want you to know that I've been exactly where you are, and I believe in you. Together, we're awakening the world. Hi, my soul family and superstars out there, spiritual superstars. I am really excited to be with you today and every week on this podcast. And the intention I have today is for us to get grounded in truth, to get our mind right, and to really understand the power that we are so that we can thrive in any marketplace, in any relationship, in any environment. So let's dive into this. If you take a look at Google Trends right now, one of the big trending topics and questions is, are we going into recession? And I'm not here as a financial advisor or an economist, but what I am here is as a Doctor of Divinity is to know the truth with you. And we're going to break on down what this means for you. So let's know the truth together. Let's take a deep breath in together. And I recommend that you suspend the breath at the top, allowing the prana and the intelligence of the breath to reset your entire system. You can exhale, letting out all the stress of the day, letting go of all the to-do lists, letting go of all the programming that our culture has told us. Inhaling again through the nose. Suspending the breath again and exhaling out. I recognize this one divine source. I recognize the truth of who we are. I recognize there's only one thing going on in the universe, and it is the law of cause and effect. Knowing the first cause, which is spirit, which is source, which is the truth of who you are. I recognize that all of life is the outpicturing, like a playground, a masterclass for us to experience consciousness, the depths of our soul in form. And I recognize the outpicturing of all the beautiful things, all the creations, and all the inverted use of mind in the division and in the chaos and in the discord across the globe. I see the butterflies in the sky, the beautiful sparkling sunset and sunrise, and I also see the homeless and the sad and the depressed and the people that take their lives by suicide. And what I know for sure is that there's only life, that there truly is only life. There is eternal love, and there's only one soul and one life. And in this, I recognize the truth of who I am, and I recognize the truth of who each and every one of you are. I recognize we are one. We are the unity force. We are experiencing the fractal force, but we truly are this one divine power in fractals, inverted to experience the depths of dividedness, to experience more of ourselves. And the only way to experience more of ourselves is to invert it and experience limitations. But the truth is, even in limitations, there is infinite mathematical equations. And so in this, I'm knowing prevailing, no matter what happens in the world. I'm knowing transformation over information. And I'm knowing for sure total abundance, total prosperity for us to thrive and redemption, the redemption of truth on this planet. And so I just say, may the truth prevail. I release this as my word is law, as together we say, and so it is. All right, so let's break this on down. The article by Business Wire and so many are breaking down. It states that the worldwide personal development industry is expected to reach 67 billion by 2030. And they refer to some top companies mentioned, such as Dale Carnegie and Associates, which is awesome because Dale Carnegie absolutely is in alignment with all of our work, which is understanding the power of mind, right? Franklin Covey, incredible. Hay House Publishing. Louise Hay was a Doctor of Divinity, the same type of Doctor of Divinity as me. She was a science of mind minister. Very few people know that, which is exactly what I was trained in. And she was a spiritual practitioner, which is the same thing I was trained in, which we train all of our amazing coaches and leaders and soulpreneurs in our spiritual community and society, and in New Thought Global in our spiritual psychology school, right? So Landmark Worldwide also is mentioned. I went through Landmark Worldwide in 1999. Also some other things mentioned here, Omega Institute, Toastmasters, which is interesting, and Echelon, which is, of course, incredible in California. So the point is this, there's a saying that goes like this: people aren't necessarily looking for the meaning of life. They're looking to live life fully, right? Joseph Campbell, incredible man who really understood the hero's journey. And that's what we're on. So today, no matter where you're at, if you are cleaning your house, or if you're out on a walk, or if you're in the office, or if you're with the kids in the park, no matter where you are, I want you to know that I'm with you right now. I want you to know that you're being held by the highest force, by the guides, by everything that's ever been, love. And in this, I want you to know that the extent to which you get your mind right and get in flow with the divine mind, your true mind, is the extent to which you will be able to prevail through anything that happens in this world. And I realized this years ago. It was the last recession that we went through, and it's been 14 years since we've been through a recession. They basically say that we go through cycles every 7 years of some type of recession. And Ray Dalio, who has the largest venture capital firm in the world, basically states the same thing. His book is called Principles. And the truth is that when we live on principle, life works. And it's kind of sad because our education system in America doesn't teach any principles whatsoever. It teaches information, and incorrect information a lot, actually. Their version of history is one perspective that is not necessarily history, right? There's things that change all the time, and it actually programs kids generally into limited beliefs more than anything. So the point is that I believe, and my mission here on this planet and our mission in society is to awaken 1 billion people. And how I know we will fulfill upon that mission is by developing world-class, world-renowned spiritual leaders and coaches and soul-based entrepreneurs that know the truth, because the truth really is what sets us free, right? You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Okay? So this is the truth, that we have to reprogram and go from information to transformation. And I truly believe that this is what people want. So if the personal development industry is expected to reach 67 billion by 2030, right? There's going to be a lot of people in that realm, a lot of educators, a lot of coaches, a lot of people like you and me, meaning why? Why do we go seek self-development? Why do we seek this stuff, right? Is it because we're trying to solve a problem? Absolutely. But there's something more. There's something way, way more. And it's a soul knowing of our truth of who we are. There's a soul knowing that there's something that we are here to touch on and to reveal within ourselves. And it's not just to make $20,000 a month or, become a multimillionaire or billionaire. The culture has programmed us to think that. But what we're really here, and why people actually seek self-development, is because they want transformation. They want to experience life in a way that they've never experienced it. And I don't know about you, but for me, when I began my transformation journey, when I was 22 years old, after I had my stillborn, and I began to go into seminars and things like that. At first, I couldn't afford any of that. I would read books and things. But I began to go into different seminars and things and events. And what I really was seeking more than anything was what we call the pop, right? It's where you absolutely have a transformation and you never can see life the same. And it can be one of the greatest highs you can ever get into, because you begin to really see that there's something so much more. And when I began to get into past life regressions in particular, my life as I knew it completely shattered in a beautiful way. At first, it was really scary. That's why we call it spiritual warrior, of our first development aspect of doing all the deep transformation work, because it's the hardest work you'll ever do, is to let go of the identity of who you are. You have to almost die in mind to be reborn into the new possibility of who you are. And so I'm saying this because the world has a lot of chaos, right? So our core work that we're doing is to no longer hand our power over to the world. How can you pivot and claim your birthright of massively monetizing in downturns of markets? Well, we know that more millionaires and billionaires are created in down cycles versus up cycles. So the facts are there. And from a spiritual perspective, why it is actually the best time to thrive is because majority of people are waiting. So going back to 2008, during the last recession, I was looking at losing everything to my name. I had saved $1 million and I was looking at losing everything to my name. Everyone around me was losing everything to their name. I had friends who literally had to come live on my sofa for a couple weeks at a time in transitions. They were, going with their family or doing whatever it was they were doing. And it was a scary time, I'm not going to lie. And I had the news on every day. I was consuming all the fear. And one day I went on a walk and I had a heart-to-heart conversation with myself. And I said, Erin, it doesn't matter if you lose the $1 million or not. You've got to decide that you're going to not only survive, but thrive no matter what. And I thought to myself, what needs to happen? And I thought, I need to turn off the television and turn off anything that's fear-driven. I need to have a heart-to-heart with anybody in my life that I'm no longer going to have fear-based conversations about this. And I'm going to begin to innovate and take bold action. And I remember sitting there because I had been in my spiritual work for a long time, but it wasn't a career for me at that point in time. And I realized that if I was going to lose everything to my name, because I kind of had a double life, I was, working and then having spirituality kind of on my side life, right? I realized that if I was going to lose everything anyway, if I was going to have to start over anyway, I might as well do what I love. So I began to put all of my energy into my career, doing my spiritual work as a career. I invested a ton more money. I've invested over $250,000 in my consciousness. I decided to put everything into what my true heart's desire was, which was my spiritual work, and to become the greatest master I could on this planet. I began to travel to different teachers. I began to seek every single thing under the sun. And it wasn't until I really came to metaphysics and science of mind and really coming to the core of what I consider spiritual psychology, the true study of the soul. Everything I had done, every course I had taken, every book I had done, every event, everything all of a sudden made sense. Everything added up under metaphysics. And so today I sit in a position in the marketplace. We sit in a position in the marketplace that I'm so proud. I'm so proud of our community. I'm so proud of our leaders. I'm so proud of everything that we've accomplished, because there was one word that came through during the entire pandemic from Spirit for me. Get prepared. Prepare, prepare, prepare. And that's all Spirit told me. And I said, okay. So I worked my tush off. Okay, you guys, I worked and worked and worked. And yes, I found balance. I'm here going out into Mother Nature for multiple hours per day, but I worked my tushy off, building the foundation of our platform, building that. So my suggestion is this: if you want to not only survive, but thrive during any recession we go through, during anything, and if you truly want to claim your birthright of prosperity and claim your birthright of a portion of the personal development industry of that $67 billion by 2030, my suggestion is this. My suggestion is to turn off anything that is fear-based on your social media, on your TV, if you have traditional TV, and put boundaries around people in your life that are consuming the conspiracy theories and consuming all this stuff, okay? My suggestion is to invest in your consciousness. do whatever it takes to get developed in the highest way so that you're able, so that you've cleared your trauma, so you've cleared your limited beliefs, so you're able to show up fully, powerfully, and not reactive, and your mind is right, okay? And my suggestion is to follow that love. Don't try and figure out the bigger picture. We say it's outlining, trying to figure out the how. And my suggestion is every single day, getting your mind right. What does that mean? That means getting into affirmative mind treatment, spiritual mind treatment, as we call it, right? You can call it prayer, but we don't pray to a man in the sky. We get our mind right. We clear out everything. We don't pray for anything. We pray to become someone, the highest version of ourselves. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you go into meditation and you get your mind right. I don't care if you go out on long bike rides like I've been doing and going into bliss and ecstasy and reprogramming the entire thing, doing all your trauma work, doing all your deep, deep work, all of that. And so in this, I am knowing the truth right now as we take another deep breath in the nose. And I invite you right now to think about the decision for yourself. You can powerfully decide. And I want to ask you one question. What are you creating? What are you creating through whatever's happening on this planet right now? And that's the only question that you need to ask yourself every day. Because if you focus on why you can't do something or why you don't have enough money, then that's what you're creating. What are you creating today? And that is the most important question. That's the question I ask myself every single minute of every single day, because I'm either being the effect of what's already been created or I'm consciously creating. We are massive creators. We are powerful, divine creators. That's who we are. And in this, I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes, yes, yes to the truth of who we are. And in our community, we also embody and teach a universal law each week. And this week is the universal law of destiny, which is perfect. What you truly desire is your destiny. Your greatest will is that which prevails within your life. It is the sum of your consciousness and actions. At the core of you is the creator of your destiny. Of the physical realm, a unique divine design. The extent to which you have clarity of your desires and specific informs universal law is the extent to which you will experience the destiny you consciously desire. Universal law of destiny. It's written in the stars. What you wholeheartedly desire is your destiny. Okay, so awakening the oracle within, your soul's ready to let go of confusion and get clarity. The universe has been taking your order. However, you've been sending mixed messages. Your current experience is a sum total of your thoughts. So choose them carefully. You have a unique life designed with absolute precision for you. You must end looking at the world for guidance and begin to seek truth within. Your divine wheel of fortune awaits, okay? So today and this week, journal and take action. Take bold action to commit to your dreams today. Hire that coach, join that movement, and take the quantum leap. This is the opportunity. This is the opportunity. This is the opportunity. Seize the day. Okay. And so in this, I'm just saying that if you are ready to take a quantum leap, I invite you to come into Soulciety. Huge announcement. We actually have a 14-day trial for only $1 right now. So you can't afford to not come in. And how and why we're doing this is because I am so confident that you're going to fall in love and understand that the most precious and most valuable thing is your mind and the people and community that you surround yourself with. And in there, I promise I will give you my heart, my soul, all of my inner wisdom, all the inner healing work, and all the business work. You cannot afford to come in there. I'm just saying yes, yes, yes to you. I'm saying yes to us thriving no matter what happens. And as together we say, and so it is. Have a beautiful, blessed day, you guys. Okay. I will see you next week.